Welcome to the CFG GameCast episode number 132, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Fridays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and so much more. So show us some love. Give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any podcast services out there, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, my cyborg?
Well, I made it another year around the sun, y'all.
Yeah!
I'm officially level 34, bitches! I know. I look good for my age. Thank you.
Sweet. So what'd you do? What'd you party?
Well, my best friend got us some. So we went to a 90s concert last year and we had so much fun. And then she saw that there was a 2000s concert coming to town. So she hopped on some tickets. Unfortunately, we were outside during all that windstorm we had. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, we got to go to a 2000s concert and like Mark McGrath was there. O-Town, I got to meet them.
O-Town.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. My Liquid Dreams, dude.
O-Town is your Liquid Dreams over over the Backstreet Boy. Oh, okay. I was about to say.
You can like multiple. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not saying
I was a Backstreet Boys fan.
Stop gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yo, shut up, Smitty.
Yeah. LFO was there, but I think the other two members have passed away, so it was just him. And he had the speakers like tied to the microphone, but O-Town filled in for the two guys that weren't there. So like they did really cool harmonies, they did really cool mashups with like new songs and old songs. And it was so cool. Like they were the main show and it was really good. And one of the guy, Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, he like hosted it, and he came out and sang a song. It was really good. There was other people there, and I just can't think of who it was.
Was Chumbawamba there?
No, I wish. I had Tub Thumper. The date came out. Oh, I love that record. No,
the lead singer of I believe it was the lead singer of LFO was like passed away a while ago.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Cancer.
Yeah,
one definitely had cancer. He was like good, and then the next day not.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan Cabrera opened, which I was like, I know his music, and then I sat there for 30 minutes just looking at my best friend like, can we sit down now? I'm good. I'm good on him. Thank you. I forgot it's a bunch of like mushy love songs that I just was never really into.
Ryan Cabrera, like the only time I met Ryan Cabrera in real life once, and it was at some sort of live, like live session, like a home session on the radio station, and he was doing he was singing while one of the DJs or radio hosts was actually doing an acoustic guitar. It was actually a pretty good
nice. He did the whole acoustic set for him. It was basically an acoustic set. I'm never a huge fan of it. I've only seen one acoustic set that I really liked, and that was Matchbox 20. One of my other I love Matchbox 20. But I
heard the
newer stuff. Yeah, but it was really cool. So we did that. We were in a windstorm the whole time, and I delicately placed butterfly clips in my hair. Like it was a whole mood. And our theme was sleepover. So we wore black shirts that said Ravage on it. Or Savage, sorry, not Ravage. But it had the dinosaur Reptar from Rugrats, and then we wore Rugrat pants, and it was cute. But I'll tell you what, it took me 45 minutes to brush my hair out.
Oh, wow.
Because it's down to my butt. And I put butterfly clips, and then the wind's going. It's like 65-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
Have you ever cut your hair, or like is it?
Yeah, no, I have.
They've
shaved my head.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
They've shaved my head 3 times now, buddy. And it's grown
your
back.
Hair goes pretty fast then. It's all the way down to your butt. That's pretty great.
I mean, at this point, I let the other side catch up. The last cut was just this side, and a little bit of the back. They were nice, but the first one and the second one were not nice. They left me looking like freaking Mr. Magoo. But yeah, it was what I did. And then I go to dinner with my dad tomorrow night to celebrate. So that'll be nice.
Yeah. Well,
he said to bring Opie, but you know what he's going to do? He's going to feed her under the table the whole goddamn time. He's like, I know she's your service dog, but she's my granddaughter. I'm like, that does not trump the fact that she's here working, Dad. Doesn't work like that. But yeah, but it was fun. I had a blast.
Hey, but do you know who's the 6th secret member of NSYNC, Lex?
Ooh, I do. His name is
the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the 3rd seat. What is going on? I just imagine Smitty being like the choreographer of Bye 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 or something.
Look, listen, was that me out in the clubs back in the day? Absolutely 100%. Love some dancing, but no, it's been a good week. I actually just got back a little bit ago from a shoot, and then I had a shoot last night as well, so it picked up a little bit here towards the end of the week. Didn't really get a whole. I played a little bit of Destiny this week. We were fortunate. We were talking about it beforehand, and I said something on Twitter. But we all, in our own way, were able to get keys for Evil Dead the game. So we plan on playing after this cast. So it's been so long since the 3 of us have played video games. It should be a good time. I'm really excited for that.
Together.
I think, I'm thinking this is going to be fun.
Games every day, but
well, yeah.
Lex is probably going to kick our asses in this game because, like, I realize that this game is like kind of it's up her alley on the.
We're going to be on the same team, I'd imagine, right?
Is it 4v? Oh, okay. I'm thinking.
It's 4 survivors and then a monster.
Yes, but I think you can play as the monster because remember it was like you want to be a dick, you can be a dick, but I don't know how that works as a group. But I will say this, you had homework. Did you watch all 3 movies, sir?
No, he didn't. You know he didn't have time to do that.
Wait, was I supposed to? I completely forgot. I completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't too terribly a busy week, but like it was still. I had scripts. I had a bunch of scripts that I was writing this week, so I didn't.
And I felt so bad I couldn't help you out. I'm so sorry.
No, you're all right.
I'm sending you this week's schedule after pod, by the way.
Nice. Yeah. And I got to figure out exactly what next week looks like. But the good thing though is that school's almost done. So it'll be nice. They'll be home and stuff like that, which will be cool. But other than that, it was pretty chill. I got a little bit of Tiny Tina in as well. Really enjoying that. Getting down on Scum with Donk and Snake Eyes and Dirty, and then the rest of the Cater Tots as well. But we've been having a lot of fun playing that. So overall, it was a pretty chill week, and next week should be fairly, I'm knock on wood now, chill as well. So I'm excited to kind of get back into stasis and start planning it out and looking forward to things coming up this summer. So should be good.
Your base exploded?
Our base did explode. Both two of the houses exploded for no reason. Just Donk was drinking milk and he said then all of a sudden there was just shards of wood everywhere and our houses were gone.
Drinking milk.
I think that's a little sus.
You know what? You know what? I think I know exactly what happened. Oh? I think Smitty went to an oven and then put some fries on.
You son of a gun. I should have never told you about that. I should have never told you about that stuff.
I'm just saying.
Not once, but 3 times.
Then forget about it.
No, I think what happens is that he was with an admin. So I think somebody accidentally maybe hit a wrong button possibly. And because that otherwise it doesn't make any sense. There's nothing that should be able to explode. None of the vehicles exploded. There's no reason that the cabin should have just, or it could have just, I mean, the game's still in early access too, huh?
So cabins don't normally explode, or there's no way you can like destroy a cabin like that.
Dude, I've never even heard of an exploding cabin. So yeah, I wish it was recorded, because that would have been hilarious to see.
Both cabins were destroyed. That's
Could someone possibly have brought like a bomb inside? Is that possible?
No, dude, we live out like on a freaking compound. Yeah, like we dare somebody to try to come into that place. They're getting wrecked.
They live in a pretty secure spot.
Yeah.
You guys have your own cult. Awesome.
Yeah, basically.
This is our compound and our cult. Get out of here.
We only eat horse meat. That's the cult.
Kit Sander pretty much said it clearly. Donk is the Ted Kaczynski of the online world.
No, it was a game. It probably was a game glitch. What was really sweet though was that Donk went on, stayed up way past his bedtime, or stayed up late, at least getting our cabins rebuilt and then getting everything. Luckily, none of our inventory stuff or like storage got destroyed. All that stuff was intact.
Aww.
So yeah, that was huge. Well,
that's awesome, dude.
We've learned a lesson. Donk is no longer allowed to drink explosive milk inside. No more.
It was because he was in a sexy pose drinking the milk, and it was too much for the cabins, cute. And he just said "Kablooey."
Yeah,
it's now banned. That's just what it is. Milk is now banned on the compound. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, as for me, I've been a little bit busy this week too. I didn't get the bid on the house, so but I'm about to go find another house, and so we'll see how good that's going to. Hopefully, we'll see how that's going to go. I'm keeping an open mind because the problem is with the housing market right now. It's like, dude, 3 days it's on the market, bought, it's sold. Mm-hmm. Like there's such high demand of these homes, even though the interest rates are ridiculous. But anyways, I know we're not a housing stream, but then all of a sudden during the week though too, I wanted to play some more. I wanted to play a new RPG or a different RPG. Since I beat the other one, so I decided to start Final Fantasy 9. Nice. And I started. There's this mod set that's on the PC version called the Mogus mod that makes this game look insanely crisp. It's freaking insanely nice and clean for it. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that for probably like the first half of this of the week if I can, when I get my schedule kind of back in order and stuff. But it's been pretty good, and hopefully next week I'll be able to announce something here that I've been working on. So stay tuned on that. I'm really looking forward to talking about that. I've been putting that in the DL for the past 5 months, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So but anyways, we'll go. But anyways, I don't know, none of y'all want to be none of y'all wants to bore you to death with my housing escapade. So let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic of discussion from the previous week in the world of gaming. The topic would or could be a topic about a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry as well. So if there's something that if you'd like to chime in about it, by all means, type it inside the chat. We'd love to talk about it with you, with everyone that's listening to us on twitch.tv/CFG GameCast to be a part of the conversation. And we would love to discuss it with everyone out there. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk about my topic. So earlier this week, this week has actually been a lot of gaming announcements, like here and there for the most part. But the big one that I think was really cool was WB Games showed more of a trailer of Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is the game I believe it's made by Rocksteady with Rocksteady Studios. And they are playing. It's going to be basically all of the Gotham kids, everyone except Batman, essentially, that's going to be in this game that you're going to be able to play. So this has already been highly anticipated. This game has been it's been about 2 years since the last time they were actually talking about this game seriously. But the thing that I find very interesting about this is that they have announced this week that this game is not coming on previous gen systems. It's not going to be on the PS4. It's not going to be on Xbox One. It's only going to be on PS5, Xbox One S, or the new Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC. So they are trying to. They're going to be focused. So that just tells me by default that they're going to be working at the highest optimization that they can get, or well, I guess the best optimization of the new gen, without catering to the previous gen. Now, if y'all have heard our podcast before, because I think one of the biggest issues that I think that really killed certain games like Cyberpunk 2077 is that they were focusing on a lot just so they could put this on multiple systems. And I think the thing that really hurt them was the fact that they were trying to play it with previous gen as well as current gen technology. So this on the other hand, this was originally going to be set for all consoles, but then they probably got to a point when they realized, you know what, this is not going to like, we will have to do more work than we have to just to get this done, and instead they decided to say we're going to scrap it and focus on the what we can do on the next gen stuff. This is what I've been wanting companies to kind of start doing, to be doing. Unfortunately, I mean, not really in the elitist level, I would say, but rather have a justifiable reason that if Sony is going to charge you $70 on this game, theoretically, if they do that, dick move, but have a reason why it's $70 on this system, but then not being $10 cheaper on the previous gen system, and it's the same freaking game essentially, because you're not getting any gain for that whatsoever. So like, I just think, so I think that what they like, I'm totally for them doing that. Even if I didn't want to get it on the console, or if I wanted to get it on the system itself or on Steam itself, so be it. But this would somewhat justify, if it's what I expect it to be, or what I'm expecting this game to be, a better experience, because they're not catering for the worst system. So I kind of want to get y'all's thoughts in that.
I've played I don't know which one it was, but I believe they made one of the Batman games, correct? Which I thought was under the same name, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
The Rocksteady's the ones that made the Arkham series.
That's what it was. Arkham.
Yeah.
I played the Arkham series. I liked Arkham series. I saw there was something about that wasn't what was brought to my attention when I saw the trailers. But on this topic, I'll shut the hell up. I get it, and it at this point, it's. I agree with you. I think that if you're going to release it on both systems, there should be a bit of a price difference, just because it's not the newest, the best, the greatest, la 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 la. And again, we've talked about, like, I'm a broke girl on a budget. I can could I have had the opportunity to buy a PS5? Yes. Did I? No. Why? Because I can't play controller anymore, and I'm more of a PC gamer. But I think, it just makes sense. Like, there should be a little bit of a price gap if you're on an older system.
Well, I'm saying that there's not going to be a price gap. They're just not going to. They're not releasing it on any of the. They're not releasing it on the older systems at all. I hate the fact
that's going to kick them in the pocket for sure.
I don't believe that, because
really?
For instance, when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, remember when I told when I said that don't buy the PS5 version. There was no justifiable reason to buy the PS5 version, because you get the PS4 version for $10 cheaper, and then get the PS5 version for free when you could upgrade for free. Like the reason, so by default, the way when a game is developed in the way like Horizon was developed, they weren't developing it on the PS5's baseline. They were developing it on the PS4, and then upscaling it to PS5, and then charging $10 more on that upscale. So in this case, what this is telling me, in my opinion, is that they are not catering to older technology, but they're rather catering it to the next gen system. So the baseline is a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. Yeah, there should never be a pay difference for games that are cross, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if it's gonna be on the PS4, it's gonna be released on the PS4 the same day as the PS5 version. It should all be the same price, because you're not paying anything extra. You're not getting anything extra. You're just getting an upscaled version of the same game on a better system. And then but you're not getting like a different experience playing the same game on the current gen. So that's my thing.
And
so they aren't making it for the PS4.
No, they're not. They canceled it.
But they weren't originally making it for PS4. They were making it for the PS5, right?
Yeah, they were well. Yeah, they were making it. They were gonna, yeah, like I said, what they usually do is they play it on the worst one. So they're gonna build
Mhm.
it up to the PS4 and they build it up to the PS5, Series X, and PC. But in
Hmm.
this case, since they closed it, since they're not doing it on PS4,
Right.
my assumption is that they're building it at the PS5 and up.
Oh,
So
yeah, I mean,
that's it.
if they're building it at the PS5 level, then I think that the price increase is justifiable.
Yeah, what do you think, Smitty?
Yeah.
So if you guys remember too, we spoke with Stephen O. Young, which he is playing is it Nightwing or the dude with the guns? I think it might be it's one of the two, Red Hood. I think he's playing Red Hood. And I remember this game was originally delayed. And I think that delay came from them pivoting because if you remember, there were a lot of games that were slated directly for next gen and they had to pivot backwards just because the lack of consoles that were out. You know, all that stuff. So for them to try to make a profit and get those numbers, that was the move they made. I think a lot of games ended up having a lot of problems than having to go backwards because David, you're absolutely correct. When you're doing something like that and that's the plan originally, you start from the base, the lowest, and then you scale up, right? But let's say originally the plan was just to be next gen. So they started already on that stuff. Then they had to go backwards to be able to get the previous gen. And now they're probably like, you know what, dude? We're not even gonna deal with it. This is too much. We're just gonna go back to the OG plan of making this next gen. And I'm glad because that means they got to focus on the game that they were already creating and continue moving forward with it. So I think that was is it gonna hurt numbers wise? Absolutely it's going to. But I mean, it sounds like they're in a position to be able to be like, look, this is too much of a pain and it's not going to be good, which is going to hurt the game overall. Let us just focus on this, put out something amazing. And, you know, and that was something that Steven had said. He's like, look, I don't have a problem with everybody loves some more time to be able to go in and go. He's like, the only thing that matters to us is that we put out a solid, good game. So, you know, I think that's the decision that they made, and I'm super excited. Like, dude, this game looks dope. And not only that, from that aspect of it, but the DC universe, just in general, for me, has been so scattered brain. We've had like 15 Batmen. Like it's like, dude, stop, man! Like, stop doing the origin story. I'm over it. You know, I mean, it's too many. You know, so this to me, and like, I'm not as familiar with these characters. I know of them and a little bit about it, but I'm excited to be able to go in from this fresh perspective, from a story point of view, and be able to get this isolated story with this group that's not just straight Batman, Joker, you know what I mean? It's like, give me something, you know, that I can get excited about. So this has got me excited story-wise. Gameplay looks super dope. I believe it's I don't know if it is 4-player cooperative or if it's 1 player with CPU and you can like switch between characters. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like, but regardless, the game looks clean. It looks pretty clean. Yeah. So, you know, they got some more, you know, like Kit had said, you know, something looked a little rough. But, you know, there's still some polishing they've got to do, but now they've got the time to just focus on making this what it could be, what it can be, and what they're trying to accomplish. I think it's a smart move on their part to make that call.
Yeah, and yeah, and I think that it's going to suck because you're right. I think a move like that is going to hinder some of their sales because just by numbers, PS5 and Xbox Series X are nowhere near as many out there that they could do it. But then again, PC could possibly be a saving grace, but who knows? It's odds are it's not going to be. But like overall, I just think that the whole deal is just going to be something that you're going to have to focus. That I'm glad that WB Games is deciding, okay, we're wanting a game with a better quality than just like than the quantity of units that could sell for this. So I think that's just that's a good I think that's a good direction for this. Now I'm not saying this is going to be I'm keeping an open mind on this because like I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be just more Batman Arkham series kind of with a little bit of different kinds of twists. But I think that it's something that is definitely needed to kind of to get right, because with DC like properties, they are all over the place. So like the one that's been fairly consistent is the Batman world, but I would say, but
well, and the new Batman, I must say, is not the same. So if you were sick and tired of
I haven't seen it yet.
Don't worry, that's not what this is about.
Yeah, and I've heard I know it like focuses more on him being a detective, which I love. That reminds me of like the older comics and stuff like that. Like that's like, that's Batman. Yeah, so I'm excited. Batman. Yeah.
With a twist.
I'm assuming this thing is. I think this has to be a continuance of like a continuance of a story that they've been already saying, or like.
But from where though? Is it from like a cartoon? Did they have a movie? Oh, what?
Wait, which
it's one? From the Arkham series, after Arkham Knight, the third one, because Batman's disappeared.
I have not. Spoiler alert. I just started that series.
In 5 years, it's been so many years, man.
Shut up! Don't try to cap me on some dates and times. Whatever. Go ahead. That's too bad. I had no idea. That makes me way more excited. That makes me way more excited because I literally just started here like a few weeks ago, or like maybe like a month ago. I was like, I've got these. I was like, why don't I? I was like, let me go ahead and just start one just randomly, and I did. And I was like, I'm gonna grind through this series, just play it. You know what I mean? Play it on my own time. So if this is a direct like continuation from that excites me even more.
Yeah. So I mean, it's it's going to go through it. Papadopoulos says 84 says some of the character movements looked off, and it probably is, because like I said, this is just an early demo version of it, and I'm not worried like at all. Like they didn't give an official release date for this game. We don't know where they're at in its placing. If they're like I said, if they decided to make the ultimate decision to not make it on previous gen consoles, they may have gone further back on this to edge up and clean this up even more. So I just think that it's
because there is a release date, right, for this?
No, it's not a release.
There's not.
So no.
Okay.
I do have a question. So is this okay? I know where you're at when you made the comment about Batman. So did you watch the WB show Gotham City?
I did.
Was it called Gotham?
It was just Gotham, right?
Gotham. So is this like the same ragtag characters from that? Because I would like that. Oh, well, no, I don't know.
Like I said, it was from it's from the Arkham series. This is probably a standalone, like one of the part of the Arkham series games that came out. One of the
because isn't like Nightwing's like the kid of Robin and Red Hood's the kid of Batman? Wow. No, did I completely? I probably completely butchered that.
Okay.
Somebody's squeezing. Nah.
Nightwing
is Dick Grayson.
He's Robin.
Yes. Okay. Nightwing is Dick Grayson. He became Robin when he got older.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just to say, like, you guys.
Wait.
Hey, I know who he is. I know who Nightwing is.
Like, wow, this is getting.
Nightwing is Dick Grayson. That is Robin.
Who the hell is Dick Grayson?
Dick Grayson's the first Robin, man.
Come
really?
Oh my God.
Nightwing is Robin? Wow.
Yes.
No.
When he was solo before he was
no, dude. I no lies, dude. I was a Marvel kid. I'm not gonna lie. I hate Superman. Superman's the worst superhero
I agree.
ever.
Ever.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I'm not that familiar with it. Okay. Lay it on me.
So Dick Grayson's the first Robin. He's the trapeze artist guy, all right? So he's the one that was Robin. When he got older, he wanted to do crime fighting himself, so he became Nightwing. Later on, when he left, Batman needs another Robin, and that's where Jason Todd comes in. Jason Todd was Robin, but then people didn't like Jason Todd in the comics, so they voted to kill him off. So he gets killed, but then he comes back from the Lazarus pit from Ra's al Ghul. So then when he comes back, he's just full of vengeance, and he becomes Red Hood. He becomes Red Hood. All right, so that's the second Robin. Okay, and then the third Robin. Well, it's there is a third Robin, but he becomes eventually called Red Robin. But then you also have the Red Robin. Yeah. Then you also have what's it called? Batgirl, which we all know is Barbara Gordon, which is Commissioner Gordon's
daughter, right?
Daughter. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Doc says, what about Taco Dude, Power Guy, and Steve Wilson? There you go. That's probably those are the questions I will answer.
I just don't know anything about DC. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. Other than Batman and a couple of people, like even watching like the Suicide Squad, I was just like, meh. I enjoyed it. Like that was fun, and like I was familiar. I'm very familiar with like Harley and the Joker, like the popular like villains I knew, but like I didn't know about all the different heroes. I was like, I knew about Batman and Robin. All right, I forgot what his name was, but yes, I am familiar with that one. But like after that, I didn't know there was a second one, and I surely didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah, because do you watch Teen Titans?
Exactly, Kith. No, I don't. The only one I watched was a 90s Batman animated series, and then all the Batman movies. Yeah, I did not.
There's technically a fourth. Yeah, there's technically a fourth Robin, and it was a girl.
Yes.
See, there it is.
Yeah. So
Damian Wayne is the third one, right?
No, Damian Wayne is a fifth one. Then Damian Wayne is the fourth.
There it is.
Fourth Robin after Tim Drake.
That's what Kith said. Technically, there's five.
Yeah. Teen Titans.
That's
the first Robin.
That's Dick Grayson. Yeah, that's Grayson.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So I'm on the level. I'm a little sad that the characters from Gotham, the show, aren't in it. That's just me.
Why?
Because I like Ivy's origin story as like a kid, and I would love to see that played out.
I would not want an origin story of the kid already. We were done a Batman Origins game. I'm good enough for it as it
Batman.
is.
For Ivy. Because she's in Gotham and she's a kid, and so
I really don't think I want to see a Poison Ivy game, origin story game.
Oh my gosh! Okay, that's not what I meant.
I'm just kidding. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully see. I'm definitely going to pick this game up when it comes out. So I'm definitely getting now even more now since I know that they canceled it on the previous gen system. The previous generation, and going to be focusing it on the main generation. So there you go. So,
there it is.
Smitty.
Yeah.
What is your topic?
My turn. On to some news that everybody saw coming. Starfield and Redfall were officially delayed. If you don't remember those are two from I know that Starfield is from Bethesda. I don't know. I'm not sure who did Redfall.
Bethesda. That was also Bethesda.
That's also Bethesda. So it sounds like Bethesda's having a they both got delayed. We knew this was coming the moment that they said a date of when Starfield was coming out. It's like there is no way in any universe that game is coming out this year. There's no way, and we were right, and that was rather ambitious of them to do that. I can appreciate the fact that even though we all knew that was just smoke, I can appreciate the fact that they were trying to be ambitious about it. But probably, this is how I'm guessing, obviously this is all speculation, but my guess is that what they brought them, Microsoft said, nah, son. Number one, Bethesda has a lot, and I know that Fallout 76 has gotten better, but that was a pretty disastrous, just just really, really rough start in decisions that were made for that. So I really feel like Bethesda needs something that's going to be redeeming from them, especially after the Microsoft pickup. So, you know, boom, that's where we get Starfield and we get Redfall. And they say now, I believe they pushed it back to early 2023. We'll see how that goes. And if you remember too, like that Redfall game, I had forgotten what the name of it was. Like I was like, Redfall, what is that? But I do remember seeing this at the at some showcase, and I was like, all right, dude, that looks pretty cool. So I think people were pretty excited for these games to come out, but I don't think that they you know, again, if we've learned anything from Cyberpunk, and I am a person that did enjoy Cyberpunk, I didn't experience a ton of the bugs, but you know, it just did not. They rushed that, and they shouldn't have rushed it. I'm all for, especially in these times, they cannot make another mistake. Nobody can make a mistake like that. Everybody, I mean, Cyberpunk got completely exposed just how sometimes when you got people saying, look, we're getting it out this date, I don't care, and then the subsequent just absolute downfall of what it is because it was not ready to ship. I mean, to the point where PlayStation said, you gotta get off our store. You gotta get off our store. This is ridiculous. It's really bad. So people can't, you know, we all got that, like that, you know, they did that in 4K. Everybody saw that. So you can't go and make mistakes like that again. And Bethesda needs they need that good press. They need that redemption arc, and to be able to get those old Bethesda feels, because I feel like they've been pretty hit or miss lately. I feel like they've made a lot of moves that have seemed very anti consumer and anti fan base. Just some of the choices that they've made. So I'm hoping that this is Microsoft coming in and saying, pump the brakes. Let's get this dialed in. So even though it sucks, we all knew this was coming. I'm glad that it's happening. I just want good, solid games. And I hope they do get a redemption. They really do put out a solid games. So we'll see.
Well, I don't trust Bethesda as much as I can. I think Bethesda's just as bad as I won't say they're just as bad as Activision on the back end side, but I will say they don't. I feel like they don't like listening to their feedback to their
right.
fans, and I think with, like, you know, with the delay, you're right. I wasn't surprised that they should that I'm not surprised that there is going to be a delay, because they are literally making two super huge games with Elder Scrolls and Starfield. By itself, and then on top of that, they just added a new IP with Redfalls, which we know very
which
little
Starfield is a new IP as well.
Yeah, Starfield 2, and then so it's a new IP. But like, I just and I thought that, like, and I don't know, did they say Elder Scrolls is is Elder Scrolls still coming out this year, or did they even announce that Elder Scrolls was
I don't know that I don't know where that sits. I saw a lot of people getting mad about Elder Scrolls, but I didn't actually see anything saying like, oh yeah, by the way, no Elder Scrolls, or hey, it was coming out this date, or anything like that. I think people are just kind of assuming that they're like, if these are having issues, but I mean, again, Elder Scrolls isn't Bethesda, is it?
Yeah, it's also
Bethesda. It is Bethesda. Okay, so then, well, I don't know what the hell is going on over there, but
so like there's just like, I'm just saying, like, they literally, like, when you just look at the list of what they're doing, they're literally making 3 AAA games, and like, and you already know it takes a village to make those games, and you know, but
right.
The thing, and then I feel that, like, they're already needing their credibility back on the fact what they did with Fallout 76, when they said that they weren't going to do a year pass, but then after the first year, that was the first thing that they did, and as well as the well as the really, really shaky start of shaky start of the game itself when it first came out. But like I said, it has gotten better. And did you play? You played 76 a little bit, right, Lex? Was that you or no? I think it was someone
Yes.
else. Oh, you did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, so I'm just saying that they already need to be redeemed on that. But there's another thing they need to be redeemed on, and that's the Elder Scrolls series, because they need to change it up. It's the same like with Skyrim, like the Elder Scrolls series has basically played the the every game. The series has been out for over 20 years now, and it's kind of like the issues that Telltale had with all their games. Like they need to switch it up to make it more utilized, because Skyrim, as good as that game was a mess in the background. So they need to fix that stuff up. And now on top of that, you got two new IPs with Starfield and Redfall. Redfall's gonna probably be a completely different kind of game. It's gonna be like what they've made in a long time. And then Starfield, we really haven't even seen gameplay. We've only seen trailers, but we've never even seen gameplays, so we don't know what to expect on this game when it comes out. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a matter of them that they're putting, maybe have so much on their plate, because I'm just glad that they haven't put the expectations on saying, yeah, it's coming out this year. Because I know they said it at E3 last year that Starfield was going to come out late next year, and then now they're saying, oh, it's going to come out first quarter. That's BS. It's not coming out first quarter. That's
Wait, what?
Coming out like,
when did they say that? No. It was supposed to come out this year, dude.
I know. Yeah. No, I'm saying that it got delayed, and you said it was moving to spring 2023.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's not even to come out then. It's going to come out later.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
It's going to get delayed again. Is what I'm saying. It's like it's going to be the end of, if anything, it's going to be the end of 2023.
Well, I think though, and this is where, because we're getting into graduations are happening. We're about to get into the summer, and we've got the Game Fest. So I would think that we should see something gameplay wise. I would hope, if they are legitimately at a point to where they could come out early 2023, we should then be able to see something, I would imagine, during Game Fest. We will see.
I could see Redfall come out before I could see Starfield. Like,
well, it depends though. It depends though, because like we don't really even know what like Starfield is. Like, maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know what Starfield is. I'm all in though.
Yeah,
because I love like space.
Version of Elder Scrolls. That's what I thought. What were we gonna say, Lex? I'm sorry.
So I was excited for Redfall. It's a vampire hunting game. Hello, sign me up. I'm on board. And it's a 4-player survival. So I was really excited for Redfall. I had a feeling it was going to be delayed. It's Bethesda. And you're right, they are making 3 AAA games right now, and that's really hard. And especially with, unfortunately, the panorama is still screwing people over. And though people are productivity-wise, more productive at home than we ever thought, it's still, it takes a village to make a game, for sure. I'm not surprised about Redfall. Starfield, I was like, meh. Here's the thing. If you're gonna give me a space game, I want a really good Star Trek game. That's what I'm freaking waiting for. Okay. But again, Redfall looked really good to me. But Bethesda has a really bad habit of taking its community's critiques to heart, and they take offense to it. And it's almost like sometimes they've thrown it in our faces and been like, oh, you wanted this, well, we're gonna give you this instead. You didn't ask for it, but there you go. It's like, wait a minute, you spent all this time fixing this thing, and that's not what we're complaining about. What are you doing? I think Bethesda can redeem themselves. They've been purchased as of late, right? Didn't we talk about
Microsoft.
That? They got Microsoft.
I think it was last year.
Them.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that helps the studio a lot in aspects where they haven't been so great to the community itself. But I'm really excited for Redfall, man. I want to play that so bad. But I'll be patient. I'll wait for it. And here's the thing, and we've talked about it. I appreciate when a company can say, we're sorry. We shot for this date. It's just not going to happen. We have dreams and aspirations of this game and what we want it to be for you and what we want it to be for us. And so, because of that, sorry, we're going to hold off. And you know what? I can appreciate that. As I've gotten older, funny enough, I've gotten more patience. I don't know what happened, but I'm a new person apparently. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Whereas before, I would have been chomping at the bit and been pissed off and had a horrible week to find out that my game was delayed. Uh, but again, I don't mind if you're gonna give me a finished product that is beautiful and good and does all the things that you promised it was gonna do. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Oh, well, no. Well, I mean, we've always said that I never minded delays personally. Like, I think I've always thought that I'm always cool with it, with them delaying. If we're gonna get the best of the game, I'm all about complete games. So
Yeah.
if they finish the game and they release and it takes time for them to complete it, that's fine. That's one thing. But like I said, my problem is that Bethesda has so many strikes on its from its track record that I don't know, I mean, I don't trust them on their game with their games. It's like with the Bethesda game for me is I'll see it when I believe it. Redfall looks like a cool game, but once again, we didn't see any gameplay. This is all cutscenes, a cutscene from what's
Right.
going on, the introduction for all of it. So until I see like something of it, and or until we see like where they are in development, open mind. I'm keeping it like when it comes out, it comes out. Like just like with Elder Scrolls, just like with Starfield, I'm really looking forward to that one, but still, like I really am not gonna be I'm not on the wagon, I'm not on the boat with them yet.
My biggest thing too is that, especially in this day and age, there are so many freaking good games that are out right now, accessible, affordable. I don't need all this new stuff. I would rather wait and give some games some time to breathe. It's almost like, especially this year, because there are so many delays in the last 2 years. Like, this whole year is just filled with spicy video game drops. Allegedly. We'll see what actually comes out. But even up to this point, I'm still trying to work through games and stories, and I've left off other stories I was like getting deep into, but then all of a sudden Tiny Tina came up, and then Scum's over here, and then like oh you got Evil Dead, might as well, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many good games. Like, I don't understand, I guess, unless like you're like a super, and I get it, being a super duper fan, that you're just been waiting forever until this next iteration of this journey happens. But for me, and especially something like this, these are new IPs. Like Davis is saying, no expectations. I'm going to go in and receive whatever they give me, and that's what it's going to be. And to me, that's a really exciting time, because this could be the start of an amazing journey. Like, for me, it's destiny. You know what I mean? I had no idea years ago that here I am, damn near 40, still playing and all in on Destiny. But here we are, Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. People just need to be patient.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just like I don't like I have no love lost with Bethesda, so we'll see. Even with the buyout with Microsoft, I mean, that's cool that they're now under the Microsoft umbrella, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's actual true change that happened in the company, the individual company itself. Just kind of like how Bungie has still their power of being Bungie, even though Sony owns them. Like, it's kind of like it's not gonna be anything truly different as a company of Bungie, just that they now got their paychecks coming from an even bigger company now, so like,
right.
That could essentially be the same thing with Bethesda. Now, like, they're not gonna I don't think it's gonna be like a complete gut job that's gonna happen when Activision gets acquired by Microsoft, because there's no one going to be keeping their seats in the upper management sides of Activision when that happens. But still,
right,
it's just a matter of time for it. So yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Good deal. All
My
right,
turn?
Lex. Why don't you close
Yeah.
us off? Tell me what you're bringing to the
I
table.
gotcha. Well, if you guys don't know, I grew up figure skating. I've learned a lot of choreography and choreographed a lot of programs, mine and others, in my lifetime. And I've always had an issue with Fortnite stealing dances and not giving people credit and not paying for them for said dances. And guess what? They did it again. They stole another dance, and it's for sale for $5 in real currency, not their currency. So
Mm.
Kyle Hanagami is a choreographer. He's worked with people such as Blackpink, Britney Spears, NSYNC, and he has had choreography. I mean, bit by bit, stolen footwork, arm work, all of it, head movement. It's all been taken. Now, Fortnite has been sued in the past for doing this. The man who played Carlton in the Carlton dance, he sued them. They were also sued by Backpack Kid,
Yeah, backpack kid.
and oh god, there was another one. So Alfonso, that's his name, Alfonso, Backpack Kid, and 2 Millie, which I'm so sorry, I don't know who that is. I'm not that cool. They were dismissed when they got to the Supreme Court in 2019 because they ruled that the copyright infringement lawsuits must wait until the copyright itself is registered before moving forward. So you can't sue someone for copyright infringement if you don't have the choreography copyrighted. And I know well, specifically Davis and I might have some different views on this. I had a program stolen from me. I had that program for many, many years. And this girl and her mother would always say that they loved it and compliment me. They were very sweet. I would see them in competitions. She was not in my bracket, so she was lower than I was, and it was just for funsies, but they jacked my program, my outfit, all of it. The whole thing. I mean, from
Dirty.
top to bottom. Yeah, oh yeah, it's super dirty. And guess what? Next competition, what do I see? I hear my music and I'm thinking, I'm not supposed to be on the ice for another 45 minutes. What's happening? I go out half dressed and I look and there's someone doing my program.
Oh
That's a
my
problem
goodness.
because I'm about to compete with that program.
Yeah.
So, hello. So my mom immediately, who was my coach, she walked over to the judges and showed them proof that I had won not once, not twice, but 15 times prior with that program, first place all across the board with that program, and showed them video evidence. And there were other people there who, knew of me or skated at my rink and knew my program because they heard my music every day, and they were all like gasps, and they got in trouble. And not just in trouble, they could not compete for the FSSA anymore, which is the figure skating. There's two different figure skating groups, and that's one of the main ones. They couldn't compete in it anymore, and it basically ruined this little girl's career. She could have, I don't know, been the next Olympian. We don't know, but she couldn't compete anymore because they stole my program. And here's the thing: my program was not copyrighted, but I did have evidence showing that I had had this program for 7 years, and I had won it in almost every single one. But regardless of that, like, they stole it from my outfit to the hair, because my mom made this special thing to go in my hair that, like, dazzled around or whatever. They stole everything. And it irks me when I see dancers who, and in the video, the studio that they're dancing at in Unity, it's in LA. I've been there. It's a beautiful studio. I learned choreography for something else a long time ago. And they're recorded and put on YouTube a lot of the times to, for instance, you can pay to do like a class. So like they'll show you the dance and then they'll say, hey, we have a breakdown of this dance. If you would like to learn it, you can join for this one time fee of this, or to learn that specific dance, or you can learn all of our dances and join our community. And they profit off of that. Or it could have been that he made this dance, he had other people in the class that he was teaching it to then present it to big stars like, oh, I don't know, Blackpink, to sell the dance to them, right? So not only is he now lost money on that because the main movement of the dance is now out, because Fortnite could turn around and say, we copyrighted that first, even though you created it. Tough titty, little kitty. That's mine. and Blackpink, sorry, I'm going to sue you, right? That can happen. And so it's so scummy. It's so scummy. And they did start crediting people. I don't know if they've asked these choreographers if they could take their moves and put it in the game. They have been crediting some people. But yeah, I find it absolutely scummy, and I was curious what you two guys thought.
Yeah, for me, and we talked a little bit about this before stream. To me, with the Carlton dance, to me that was something that was within a show and a lot much larger. It was an insignificant thing, although we associated with this person and whoever.
History.
Yeah, you know, it was something. Yeah, exactly. The show wasn't about this dude dancing. This is a choreographer. This is their job. This is what they do. You know, and then they go and do this. This to me is hella scummy. Especially from not only that, but then Epic Games is also monetizing this person's work. So that's like somebody taking my photo and using it in their advertising and not licensing it with me. Number one, I would sue you. Or at least I've actually been in a situation to where I saw I was flying back home and I saw one of my photos in this magazine or in this brochure in an ad. And I'm like, what the heck is this doing here? I was like, I don't remember.
To see like a day where Smitty is like at a Walmart. He looks at the post like at a photo frame, and it's just him and that surprised look on his Twitch shirt. Like he's like, what the hell?
Straight up, I was just like, I remember doing this, but I didn't do for who is advertising here. That's interesting. Right. I had a buddy that was doing something separate at the hotel or at this place, and he let them know on their side, so that he put me in contact with their marketing department. And you know, they were like, "Hey, our person really loves this photo. How much would it be to license it?" So I gave them a number. They gave me a number. We met in the middle. For a photo that I had taken years ago and had sold to a person. They took it and gave it to this company saying that they owned this. They didn't. They did not have a license for you know, that photo. And I ended up getting paid years down the road a nice chunk of change from this photo. Regardless, the thing is, typically in especially with an art, you know, something that is art, that is work that was created by a person, there should be some sort of compensation for that work. And it's extra scummy about the fact that Epic is monetizing somebody else's work, and they're saying, here, we'll give you here's some exposure for you. Shit.
Okay, this is what I'm suggesting here, because this is like the conversation of this is very gray in my opinion. Because like I understand, like I am totally not on board of Epic charging $5 for other people's dances. I've never was ever since that whole thing that happened with Alfonso Ribeiro and Backpack Kid. I was like, you know, that's a good point, because like, you know, it's like it's not like it was or even Donald Faison. You remember the dance he did in Scrubs, like the Scrubs and stuff. They shouldn't be monetizing that because they didn't create it, but it's just a matter of but like you were saying, like the difference between, like, you know, you created because of TV. Technically the argument could have been back on Backpack Kid. I don't know if he won that case. I don't think he did with the floss.
So
yeah,
Backpack,
yeah.
Alberto, and 2 million. Oh, I'm sorry,
but they were all part of something else though.
No. Backpack.
What do you mean?
It technically is a choreographer.
He created
his dance. He created
Katy
that.
Perry. Yeah, Katy
What?
Perry then paid him to be in her music video
Oh.
to do his dance, and then his career of like rapping, singing, whatever he does, took off, and he made like 2 songs, and they were both a flop. But
imagine doing that, and like that's the dance you got. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to this thing.
See, here's the break of it, in my opinion. I think the break is this. It's like you were saying, like with Alfonso Ribeiro's thing, like he did it because of the show.
Right.
Technically, it was the same kind of thing with Scrubs itself.
In his lawsuit, I did not create this dance. Alberto. He said, I did not create this
He's known
dance,
for
but
it.
I'm known for it, and it's
Uh-huh.
a part of TV history, and you cannot take that. If you're
Yeah.
not going to credit the original person who created it, that's not okay. And you're making monetary gain off of this, and it's again not yours.
And I understand that, but like the big thing is the core. Now, when the choreographer does it, I think the thing is that, see, theoretically, choreographers can copyright their dances.
Yes.
Right.
They can do it, but they choose not to because of one thing. It's a specific, like, who's to say that this dance is going to be the one that's going to be like, oh, it's the moonwalk, or it's the or what's called, you're a choreographer. You're going to be learning. You're going to be doing this all the time as your main career on this. So most choreographers don't have the mind of thought of copywriting their works like that. If you
Right.
did, and it's always going to be expensive towards it. Now, what I feel is going to end up happening, because since Epic is constantly doing this, is like we're going to be seeing a shift of that immediately if they're stealing these dances and then selling and then switching over to monetizing it like this, because that is, I mean, essentially that is what the bread and butter of what these people do and stuff like that. Like, I mean, they create dances, or they create a routine, just like you created like you create an ice skating routine and stuff like that. It's hard work, and you figure it when you do all this
Right.
stuff.
It's like they should not be able to just take that, make a 3D model and do that. It's somebody's work.
Yeah.
They should, again, I don't have a problem with them doing it, but the people that created this stuff need to get paid for the work that they've created.
Yeah, well, and let me be clear, like a lot of these choreographers, the dance community will learn along, whether that be online, in class, whatever. And a lot of times they pay to learn step by step by step. Sometimes they're able to just watch the video, and if they're really good at choreo, they pick it up. But with the dance community, they always credit. So if I were, let's say I was a TikTok dancer, I'm not, but I did it, I would end up crediting Kyle and saying this was his dance. I loved learning the choreo. Thank you for coming up with this. It was lovely, right? But I'm not making monetary gain on it and then selling that as a product of mine.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you invented something and then someone jacked your invention, it happens all the time, and sell it as their own. Like it's very scummy.
It's not, it's not in debate of like saying what their practice is very shitty. Like I already said earlier, like they should at least give them some sort of like flat stipend or a copy, like, or something for it. But what Epic is basically doing is that they're taking advantage of these choreographers, essentially not copyrighting their dance moves,
right,
and stuff. The routine, and I feel that, like, I guarantee you that
this does. Did you notice that this does have a copyright? On the start of this video, it shows a copyright. I don't know if that's of the video or of the dance. If it's of the dance, that means
makes it different.
Right. The question is it an official copyright? Because you can easily just say if it's a copyright, because it does have the CC or whatever, the little CC logo.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna scroll back here.
His video is watermarked, so I mean, it's like
a watermark.
Copyright reg number PA 2-277-839. That looks like a copyright. Yeah. So that means that,
and that's why I think that's why he's doing the lawsuit, because he did copyright it.
Right.
I think that dance was supposed to go to Blackpink.
Because
I think he was going to sell it to them.
And
now he can't.
And the fact that he was smart, this could be the one that then this is going to be a huge ruling then, because of everything else. You know what I mean? That basically means moving forward, choreographers will have to make absolute certain that stuff is copyright. I don't know how you go about doing something like that within a show. I mean, even then,
it's a routine.
Right? It's still a routine, regardless. Yeah,
it's a routine of how you're doing it. Like no one's.
But I mean, like no one was just like that was a routine, the Carlton dance. Like that was just somebody just like hey dog, you know what I mean? Like hey.
like for instance, I really doubt that whoever did the Urkel routine back in the day when he like had to go dance. That was not like he just did it in the fly on his head. He just like he learned it. That's what I was just saying. It's like I just think that's what's going to end up happening, man.
Yeah,
it's just I just feel like those kind of deals like this in the situations like this, he did a good move. Like there should be no ifs, ands, or buts. It's like clearly they can't say it's their own personal version, because if you see it side to side,
that is straight. Yeah, that is straight up the dance right there.
Pretty much. So it's kind of crazy. Question: how do you feel about the Happy Birthday song being copyrighted?
That shouldn't be copyrighted, isn't that?
No, it's copyrighted.
Wait, isn't that it is. That's why places can't do it.
Yeah, places.
That's why like restaurants and stuff like that can't actually sing Happy Birthday. That's right. But I mean, when does that run out? That's got to be running out. Got to be going to the public domain at some point in time, right? When did it get copyrighted?
Public domain stuff is so weird though when it comes to that. Like, like 3M, their business is all about copywriting stuff that they didn't even create. Like, I think paper clips, Post-it notes, all this different kinds of stuff. Who knows, man? I don't know. Oh, it is now public domain? Okay, cool. But it was.
At one point in time, it was
copyrighted. Yeah, 1935 they copyrighted it. Now it's public, but that song was written in 1839.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. We still use that? Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. So, and then somebody was just like, "Oh, there's no copyright on this. I'm gonna go ahead and copyright this song and make some bank."
The first person that created that song, he's like,
straight like, rolling in the grave. You son of a gun.
Make a song for me. He's like, happy birthday. Deer in the headlights. Straight up. It's like, to you. Happy birthday, dear Todd.
Good.
It's like, good. You're great. This pleases me. It's like, we're gonna call that happy birthday song. Yeah, let's go with that.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Just for you. There you go. Oh my God. Guys, thank you for listening to episode number 132 of the CFG GameCast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again next Friday. But if you did miss this episode live, it's okay. We release it every Monday at the beginning of each and every week on all podcast services, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, what have you. So there's absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Ooh. Yes, that, and you can also check us out on our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, where you can check out all the cool stuff that we like to do each and every week. I'll be doing coverage over at Star Wars Celebration later this month, as well as you can listen to the new our other podcast, Pop Culture Gems, where we were talking to the voice of the Smash Brothers announcer and Persona 5 voice actor, Xander Mobus. He was a really cool dude. Definitely check that out, and some awesome, cool stuff. So once again, this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing out. Peace out.
Bye.